Yes, people, welcome back to the Graft Kings podcast. We are back here in Kent's hottest nightclub, Moo Moo's, and today we are talking about how we should bring back bullying.
Bring it back.
Bring back bullying. Now, on a serious note, we've clickbaited the title. We don't condone bullying
in any way, shape, or form
at all. I think bullies are some.
Hat.
I don't know. It's coming. Don't ruin it. It's a build-up.
You're ruining it.
You're ruining it. We don't believe in bullying. I despise bullies. I think bullies are the worst people on the planet. I can't stand them. However, there is a key message behind the bullying title. It's not just a clickbait, and we won't talk about something along them lines. Basically, today's people are too soft. Kids are too soft. The new generation's too soft. Gen Z's too soft. The whole world's too soft. Everyone is scared to insult each other, even on a banter basis. No one can take banter anymore. Everyone's too serious. Everyone gets butthurt about any single insult that comes out their mouth. Mm-hmm. Everyone is a pussy nowadays. That's the bottom line of it. Us boys, if you saw what we say to each other behind closed doors, and sometimes when we're on vlogs and stuff, but like stuff we can't even put on vlogs because
we have to edit out.
Like, it's unbelievable what we say to each other.
And wouldn't change it though.
No, we'd never change it. Never change it. I think the whole. Like, through school, bruv, like, people were racist to me, bruv. Like openly racist to me in school. But like, it was...
Banter racism.
Yeah, banter racism. Banter racism. Like, but it was just part of the culture. And now people are going to be in the comments saying, yeah, racism's never okay. But I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. Yeah. If anything, it made
it's character building.
It's character building. It's made me more resilient. I'm not saying racism's okay, because I don't think racism's okay. Look, you got 3 foreigners on a pod in England. If it was for racism, we wouldn't be here right now. But what my point is like that banter should never die just because people get insulted by it or upset by it. I think banter's like, you can't... Do you know what they're trying to do right now in the UK? Like right now.
I think I know what you're going to say. Yeah, bet online.
Yeah. Like you can... Certain things now you say online... You can now be prosecuted for.
Get arrested.
That's freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech is gone.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, but do you know what they're going to do? You're going to have to block this word out. You can go and look up what I'm talking about after. Do you know what they're trying to make? Which I get. I do understand. No. Don't actually. No, I don't get it. They're going to try and make online misogyny class as act.
Ow.
And that's not even a joke. That's a fact.
What would online
block the T word out, please? But what?
How would they even thingy that?
Well, mate, everything is monitored.
Everything's monitored.
Everything.
So if you're openly,
decide it?
So you know, like one of the,
they'll put it into categories.
You know, one of them famous brothers, two brothers. He said like women can't drive.
Yeah.
That's called extreme misogyny. That's so they're going to try and do him on T charges.
Misogyny.
Yeah.
So it's a new law they're bringing into place.
In the UK, they're bringing a new law in place.
They make up what they want, mate.
Do you reckon that's more in respect of him though, so they can do?
I think so. Yeah.
So they can stop him or.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and do him on T charges. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't. Surely you can't bring in a new law and then hold.
Of course I can. Oh, not for something that's gone. Past. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's like you can't charge someone for the same murder twice.
Yeah, especially in his case, like it's a very rare case.
So extreme misogyny is now going to be classed as a. Yeah, but on a real, like if we say certain things that we find as a joke on this pod, and then someone doesn't agree with,
and you just get arrested
for that. Yeah.
Surely it would hold up in court. Like the jury can't be that.
I think one of the main messages...
It doesn't go to jury. It's not a jury court.
I think one of the main messages we want to put out, boys, is like... You need to have... Not bullying, but you need to have like harsh banter with your friends. And like, you young boys today... Not all of you, obviously, but you're too soft with each other and like... If you're soft with each other in and amongst your peers, when you then get older and real life starts to hit you, you're never going to be able to deal with it. You know, like if you can't take a dig from one of your mates in a physical, verbally, how are you ever going to deal with real life problems when it comes your way? Like you need to have thick skin, and it will help you build relationships not only with your boys but when it comes to girls as well. When if someone breaks your heart, if someone lets you down, yada yada yada, like you've already developed some sort of like a little bit of armor.
So that is where actually, if you think about it, mental health actually comes into the picture.
Yeah, for sure.
Normal day-to-day struggles and issues become mental health when it's actually just a normal day-to-day problem. So people don't know how to kind of divide the both, know which one's which.
Well, if you look at mental health, the rise of cases in the West in the last 20 years is skyrocketed, and there could be 2 explanations for that. 1, because it was unreported before, or 2, because everyone's turned into a bit of a minge.
But when I speak to my grandma about stuff, like she asks me questions like this because she's heavily involved in politics and stuff like that. So she's in the know of all this, and I talked to her about it, and she's like, when I was growing up, my grandma's 80. She's like, when I was growing up, that just never existed. Like, you just never, ever, ever, ever heard of it. Whether that was because men back then were too proud to say anything. It wasn't a thing to talk about. But in her eyes, she was like, as far as I'm concerned, every man I knew got on with it.
That's it. But that goes back to the saying that good times create soft men. Yeah. And we are living in an era of good times. Now, I have multiple conversations with people. I was just about to tackle that question. I mean, multiple people, mostly women, and now yourself, that don't believe this is good. This is the best time on earth. It is. This is the best time on earth ever. But the times your grandma was alive, still alive. I mean, when she was young.
Yeah. But I know what you're saying though, in that sense, in terms of what you have readily available.
My mum lived in the Gorbals in Glasgow, brother. I mean, the ghetto. Anyone who's from Scotland knows that in the 50s, my mum lived in the ghetto, mate. Like the ghetto. Her mum didn't work. Her mum sadly passed away when she was young. When she lived with her auntie, she worked in like a little bakery a couple of days a week. But the man was the person that brought in the bread. They go work in the factories. It was literally everyone was pretty much broke. Everyone lived on the breadline. No one had really money. Holiday abroad didn't exist. If you went on holiday, you go to Cornwall.
Yeah.
Like that was the way of living. This is, well, we jump on planes like 10 to 15 times a year and travel the world and stuff. We are living in the best. We can make money online. We make money online. We don't have to go to a factory. We don't have to break our backs. We don't have hard graft. I know there's some of you boys that watch you do hard graft and hard labor, but I'm saying that option is now eliminated if you want it to be. Back then, there was no option. That was literally, you went to school, you got a trade, you went to work and you grafted for 40 years and then you retired and then you got your pension. That doesn't exist anymore. It does exist, but you don't have that option. You can choose another option now. We do live in the best time ever. We've got better healthcare. People did, like, life expectancy now is like 82. Back then, fucking below 40. Like, we do live in the best time, in my opinion. Yes, there's wars. There's always been wars. 62 million people died in World War II. Or is it 62 or 92? Whatever.
62.
62 million people died.
I think that was World War One, though.
No, it was definitely... Block the H word out as well. 62 people... It's either 62 or 92 million people died in that war, mate. Like, we haven't seen, like, wars like that happen since. Yes, there's bombs dropping everywhere around the world right now, but my point is, this time we're living in right now, if you compare it to any time in history, nothing compares. I don't care what anyone says. And the reason why this is what I'm going on with this is I meet girls sometimes, and again, women, you're entitled to your own opinion, it's your body, all that kind of stuff. I fully agree with you. But I have women I speak to, they go, I wouldn't want to bring a kid into this world. And I do understand your point. I do understand where you're coming from. But if everyone had that mindset 50 years ago when people were living in absolute squalor, when people were living on one income, when people were living in like literal poverty, there wouldn't be a generation now.
But you know what though, mate? Like, although they had less, people were happier.
Yeah, and you're proving my point exactly.
Yeah.
Good times creates soft men and also a soft generation. People were happier because they had less. They weren't.
Although we have stuff readily available now, I don't think these are happier times than what they were.
Okay, I might agree with you on the happier times.
Even when we were younger.
Yeah, okay, I agree with you on the happier times, but I mean, like, as in an actual ecosystem of where you live, like cleanliness, like healthcare.
But they made the best of what they had, though.
I agree. They might have been happier, but I don't know how you could be happy after 40 years.
We live in a world we've got an abundance of everything now, and I don't think people actually realise how lucky they are. People are so unhappy now.
Yeah,
people don't realise. I think the most unhappiest people are actually in London.
Statistically,
it was proven that up north, like certain areas, I don't know the names, but I was looking at a certain stat that our most happiest people are in the areas within the UK where there's fuck all like little quiet village places.
Yeah, too right, bro.
Probably is.
Because when I go to my dad's, mate, it's the only place I can switch off is down my dad's. Middle of nowhere, no neighbours, grass fields, on a farm, like no one about. It's just bliss, bruv.
But I would maybe agree with that. People might have been happier.
And I think that's what people say. That's why when women, and I do understand what they say when they're like, I wouldn't want to bring a kid into this world, being taught about trans this and trans that and sexuality. Like, mate, just let kids be kids,
with
man.
I agree 1,000,000%, 100%. But what I'm trying to say is, you got to be careful for something like that, man. What I'm trying to say is the actual time we're living in is a good time.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
It is a good time. Like, look how much fun we have. We wouldn't be able to do that back then.
Everything's very accessible. It probably wasn't this accessible. Even maybe like 15 years ago.
That can also breed recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I agree. It's probably it's pro and con.
Because everyone's it's gluttony in it with everything in life. It's just like, well, I can have that. Like every food you can ever think of and imagine is at the tip of your fingers on the phone. anything you want.
You know, you're eating probably better than nearly every king in the last 2,000, 3,000 years.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like the quantity of food we get, the options you have available. Like when we was in Bali and they brought out all them different kinds of steak, that's what the treatment of kings used to get thousands of years ago.
Right, yeah.
Like we're living like kings used to live thousands of years ago.
The point is, right, like I think even we do it to some sort of respect. Like we have our down days. We all have our own issues. Everyone does. I think everyone has their own episode of what's going on in their life. So essentially, when something happens, you're going, why me? And you're feeling pity for yourself. But the thing is, like even you shared a post today and I saw a fair few people posting.
So
the point is, like someone is actually dreaming for the life that you currently have.
More people than you can ever imagine.
There's someone in the world right now that would give anything to even have your vision, to have your taste, your eyes, your hearing ability, to be able to walk, to be able to talk, to have your loved ones near you. And I think people kind of forget what's important, and we're so caught up in this lifestyle of like trying to make money, find the love of your life, like comparing your life to other people because they're having a great time in social media. It's just everything. I think everyone just needs to kind of take a step back and go, I mean, I'm so blessed to actually be where I am. Like the point is, you are allowed to get pissed off about things that happen in your life. You're only human.
Yep.
Of course, the point is you need to be able to draw a line to that and still count your blessings and know it's not just you, right? The problem is everyone forgets that.
For real.
You need to remind yourself of that daily, otherwise you get lost. That's why some of the most richest people are the most unhappiest people.
For real.
They have the most money in the world and they're unhappy people. Why? Because they don't even have the people around them or whatever it could be.
Well, this circles back to what we're saying in the beginning, like that the whole point of us saying like bring back bullying and stuff, because it creates a tenacity that you have, and like I'm saying, good times create soft men or soft people, and when you live in an environment like that, that's why probably everyone's just so.
I do think this is more in case for a man than it's for a woman.
Yeah,
know?
I think so.
Yeah.
As well.
I don't think personally.
Men need struggle.
I think men need struggle because, like, with men, like, I've never seen one case where a woman's gone through a struggle, a very bad one, come out at the end of it like very, very happy. She's gonna be pissed and she'll hold that. Where a man will be like, learns. I don't know if I could say that. Is that sounding like I'm hating on women?
No,
because I'm not.
Finish the sentence.
Because you know what it is. Women are sensitive. They're emotional creatures, right? So they deal with pressure and problems a different way to we do.
Yeah.
I feel like for a man, it's sink or swim. Like in a certain situation, like or I can say personally that I've been through. Anything that I've done has made me a stronger person.
Yeah, for real.
So now I actually realise that me going through all I have is actually a blessing, not a curse. Where I feel like for a woman, she shouldn't have to go through all of those struggles. Don't get me wrong, a woman needs to know that, for example, money doesn't grow on trees, so she needs to work and be ambitious and know how to stand on her own 2 feet. But I don't think she should be going through the struggles that a man does.
No, I agree, 100%.
And I think that's how it was back in the day. We're scared to fucking say that. Imagine I'm sitting here right now thinking, back in the day, men worked and women were at home, right? And that was the normal thing. So even us saying that now, I'm thinking, should I even be saying that? I'm saying that because I just don't want women to go through that. I don't think they should.
Yeah.
What's the main
You can watch
purpose
your
of
dad.
a woman?
I mean, no one wants to watch their dad struggle, but like, you'd rather see your dad grafting his bollocks off than watching your mum do it. Wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Like,
I used to
fuck,
watch my dad struggle all the time as a kid, bro.
Yeah.
Like, women are precious. Like they carry fucking
All the arguments
life.
I saw growing up was usually over money.
Yeah, of course.
Right, women carry life for 9 months, bruv, and then they give birth to us. Like that is.
I don't want
that's
anyone else
special.
raising my kid apart from my wife. That's it. I don't want to be giving them to nannies and nursery too young and all that. Let my wife, my mother and my child be a mum. Do you know what I mean? Not have to her thinking, babe, I've got to get back to work. I've got no. Look after the kids. Bond with your child, man. Like, be a mum.
But it's easy for you to say that, right? I agree. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want that. But it's easy for you to say that. But nearly 90% of the population, probably higher, 99% of the population aren't in a financial position to do that.
Yeah, now it's changed,
Tough,
of course.
man, tough.
But I reckon that, again, I don't want to get into a rabbit hole because it sounds like a conspiracy, but I reckon that's been designed like that.
Of course,
Yeah, for sure.
But they say that's what fulfills a woman the most is actually like
Being a mum.
having a child and having a family. But obviously now they've created this boss bitch mentality where they believe that it's the money and the grind and the chase is going to make them happy. But I'm not saying it doesn't. Maybe for some women it does, but majority, like statistically, is proven.
And do you know what?
Most happiest they are is when they have their own family.
Do you know what I hate when I see women say, "I don't need a man." I
course you fucking
don't
do.
ever see men on any podcast, any conversation, anything say, "I don't need a woman."
We all need women.
That's very true. I've not heard it.
Ever. I've never heard a guy say that. Ever. No matter who that guy is, look at the most powerful men in the world. They've always got women around them. Or a good woman, one good woman. Like, I've never heard a man say, I don't need a woman in their life. Like, no, man in his right mind would turn around and say, I don't need a woman in my life. I don't understand where this attitude has come from women to say, I don't need a man in my life.
Feminism.
Like, it's got nothing to do with him being the breadwinner. Like, sure, go and earn your own money. Like, but what about company? What about sharing interests? What about going out to dinners together and waking up in the morning next to a man that you love and cherish and adore? Like, why would you not want that with someone, man? Like, where's this? You're going to grow.
Feminism.
You're going to grow into a very old, lonely woman with no kids around you, no husband around you, no nothing. And for what? Because this generation of social media told you that you should be a strong, independent boss bitch. Like, mate.
Bro, I think Nash's words, like when it comes to it, I think deep down everyone actually wants that. Like, you take away the layers and the onions. Like,
I'm sure
every person wants that. But whatever is led, can say that, whatever it may be, it's all bollocks. Really, they're not saying it with chest. They're just saying it because it's regurgitated bullshit you see online anyway. Shit, a man to turn around and say a woman.
Oh my god, yeah, bad.
Like, what would you? Well, now you're getting charged for it.
Exactly. So. Like, a man can't say that, but a woman can say anything. I mean, it comes to double standards, and you'll get in trouble if we say that. But a woman can say it. It's everywhere. It's memes. It's funny. Women will be underneath it, like thingying each other, supporting each other.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So the reason why we say bring back bullying is because Mason now has to wear the hat.
Would you like to explain why you've got the hat of shit?
So this is what I mean by bring back bullying.
I can't actually remember this time.
We will tell you. Don't you worry.
You won't remember. You didn't even. Yeah, of course you don't remember because you didn't remember to be somewhere when you meant to be there.
Yeah.
And if it was us, I think Merrick, address it, please.
I think you two should. I was on the flight home from my beefer, so I actually had a valid excuse, but Mason didn't have any valid excuse. So I think you boys should address this.
We was 1 week out from launching the right side, and then
If you haven't already,
1 week out.
If you haven't already joined the right side, we're now live. Carry on.
So we had a very important meeting where we had these meetings every week where we discuss loads of different topics of how we're going to go about the right side. And Mason actually reminded us of the meeting in the morning and said, boys, we've got a meeting tonight. Cool. And he was about 12 o'clock, sent a message through saying, just having a pint with the lads. 1 o'clock, I'll have another one. 8 o'clock, hanging out of a transit van, screaming at people. It come to about, what was it, like 8:45? And he's still just sending voice notes making no sense, text making no sense.
On a Sunday, by the way.
Sunday.
He's got to work the next day.
Yeah. So it come to 9:30, we all jump on the call and Mason was nowhere to be seen.
He's not present. And the thing is, Mason went sick at us if it was us. You would have went mental at us, mate.
Yeah,
You're taking the fuck.
Why couldn't he answer when he's pissed though? Why couldn't he join the meeting? What was the reason?
Because he was chopping another. It's a good thing.
I didn't actually see the thing until I looked at my phone. My phone was down. I was with someone.
Who?
And
I'd rather you not have been on that call anyway in the state you was typing and speaking. Call up.
I was with Ryan. And then
That doesn't sound like a female's name.
during the day.
During the day, yeah.
And then they found I picked my phone up and it was 11:30, and that's when I text you boys and I just see all this hell of abuse on my phone.
Massive abuse.
So that was bullying. They were bullying me
specifically
in the morning. Hells of abuse, and I was like, "Oh, boys, I'm so sorry." Like, up.
So that's when you're meant to hold your friends accountable, and this is the shitter hat. And anyone that makes a justifiable offence that is the majority vote from all of us, they've got to wear it for the duration.
Court does come to order.
This is the second time he's had to wear it as well. You're on the leaderboard, 2-1-0-0.
0-0, yeah. I come close once.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you were lucky with me and Oz weren't present. Yes, boys, I'm sure you're aware that the Graft Kings are partnered up with Muoti. Muoti are an online fashion retailer. They've got t-shirts like this, and loads of other designer brands. So if you want 20% off, use code Graft Kings in the discount area, and we'll get you guys dripped out all summer long.
Yeah, you need bullying, man. You need, like, do you know what's not good? You know, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Right?
You tell us what.
What are you going to say? The difference between picking on someone and actually bullying someone for the better.
Almost, bruv. Almost, but like, right, so like online bullying, for example, that's a big fucking no.
It's just
like,
weird.
That's a weird fucking thing. Like, I've never understood it. Luckily, we just missed that area of online bullying. That just was not a thing. If you're an online bullier, you are pussy, mate. Like, people are keyboard warriors. They say this, that, and the other, and they don't say boo to a goose. There's a massive difference in bullying people online. If you're a fat coward. I have seen so many things on social media of kids in school that have actually topped themselves because of online bullying. So like, if you bully my kid online,
You can't say certain stuff.
Anyway, yeah.
Mason's about to say he's going to smack a child.
Anyway, like dude, online bullying, that's not okay, man. But bullying amongst peers, don't bully anyone that's outside your friendship circle. No one outside your peer level should you should not be saying anything negative towards these people, man. Just don't do it. Your peers around you. Yes, like you need friendly bullying. Like if your mate comes out dressed in certain something, like take the piss out of him. Not to the point where it's like, all right, bro, you need to calm down. Like, how many times you're going to say it? But like, take the piss out of what they're wearing and stuff like that. Like, you need that sort of shit. But that's like similar to what you was about to say, right?
Yeah, I was basically just going to say like, there's picking on people and being nasty, and then there's us like taking a piss out of each other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
We take the piss out of each other, but we don't actually like pick on each other.
Like being spiteful.
Yeah, we're not spiteful.
Never, bruv.
Like, do you know what you notice it in people as well? Like when you meet people and they've not bullied, but when they've not been put through it, you can tell they're a bit like you feel on edge around them. Because sometimes I think like I can't say certain things to certain people that I could say to you. I could say anything to you lot, and you can say it to me, and I'll just be like, cool. Do you know what I mean? Like, it does not bother me. And now when like a random person, if they cuss me, I'm just like, sweet. Like, you just don't bother me.
You know what? On the other side of that as well, bruv, is I know the difference when someone's being spiteful when they're taking a piss.
Yeah, you can tell.
I know, like, if someone takes, even if people, like, whoever they might be, like, when someone makes a remark, I'm like, that comes from somewhere different.
Yeah.
Like, there was a little bit
ulterior motive.
Yeah, not ulterior, but there was a bit of intent behind that. Like,
You thought of that before.
Yeah. Like, of
You
an
didn't
actual
just think,
dig.
you didn't
Where do we
think
notice that? We know when we went out to, it was a club in Maidstone, after the meal.
Then we was in the toilet.
Yeah, do you remember?
I don't know what he said though. What did he say?
Nah, but he made a comment, but like you could have worded it in a way where we'd have like laughed, but there was a bit of spite behind it. And you could tell.
Of course. Yeah,
You can tell that difference. So yeah, you can tell the difference. But bullying amongst peers, when we say bullying, taking a piss, that's important, man.
People are offended by anything though. Like when you're talking about online bullying, like you're talking about direct bullying. There's like indirect bullying where you could just have an opinion about something and say, for example, I don't agree that people should be fat. And then you write that, people will take offense to that. They'll consider that as bullying as well. I think people should be entitled to their opinion to some sort of respect. Like,
mate.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're taking offense to something, then it must be true to some sort
That's
of
what
respect.
I always say. Like, if you've been offended by it, like, is it deep rooted that you actually have taken offense because you're relating to it?
The way you got to look at it is, if you've seen something online,
Look at her.
if you've seen something online where you don't agree with it, you don't know that person, right? So why does the opinion of someone that you don't know, that you should not value, affect your life so much to the point that it affects you in that respect?
Because people are entitled.
You two wouldn't have met each other if we weren't for bullying.
Yeah, I cussed out.
We generally wouldn't have met if we
I
weren't
cussed
bullying.
out Mert for wearing a vest.
They didn't know each other.
You live in them.
It weren't even like light bullying. Like it was
Even
like
better. I think it was a gay stringer.
it was gay.
Oh, okay, fine.
Was it gay?
It was just like a shit. You know, like top man
Oh, you
stringer.
mean like the old Geordie Shore ones?
Yeah.
I'd get we wearing them all the time.
Yeah.
When I was younger.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what the exact thing was, but it was saying about he was like, you can't say that with that vest on. I was saying,
You could talk with that, but yeah, you said something to me.
I don't know if I cussed you first or you cussed me, bro. It was under like a Twitter thread.
Yeah, it
What,
was.
you two had no idea who each other was?
Nah, not a clue.
That's so funny, boys.
What is the chances of that, bro?
Not a clue. And then
What year was this?
2000 and like
16
Do
maybe.
you reckon you
or
can
8.
find it?
No, I think we deleted all our tweets before we went live on the pod.
Maybe not that one.
no, that one might be alive.
Boys, if you can find that, that would be epic.
If we find it, we'll put it.
I reckon you can go onto each other's Twitters and you can search like tweets.
Shall I try to look for it?
Well, right
Not
now.
now.
No,
Not now.
brother,
You're scrolling forever, bro.
Be like
No, you can search it.
8 years ago. Yeah, but you don't know what the exact word is.
Okay, fine.
Well,
I'll
try and
right,
find
right,
it.
right.
Right, maybe when we look for the word vest.
Vests. Yeah, but basically things like that. Like these boys would not have met each other. Bear in mind that you said 2016.
Yeah, that's when like you were allowed to.
Back then
you could chat shit,
you could
bro.
chat
You can
shit.
now though. You can. Oh, see what you mean. Sorry.
No, but like you get away with like saying
Oh my god! Wait, no, is that it?
unholy things.
But
on there,
Facebook
bro.
was the same though.
Yeah.
But,
Well, that's why then
I mean,
footballers
we put
get
some-
pulled up
What
for
was we
them.
talking about yesterday?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
you could get away with pretty much anything. The world has gone too
it's
soft.
not
man.
it.
But that's why then footballers get pulled up for their tweets from like 2012.
Yeah, they get told to apologise for
Yeah,
it.
and
as
it's
well,
like, bruv, you said that when they were like
10
15
years ago,
mate.
yeah.
Like,
And the culture and the world was different then as well. So like
yeah.
like, okay, example, like back when I was in school, right? And whether you believe this is a right to say or a wrong to say, there was no malicious intent or no ulterior motive when saying it. It was just a cuss, right? When I was in school, someone would go to me, like, they would just like say, I can't give an example. They'll go, say I did something wrong, they go, shut up, that's gay.
Yeah.
That was all everyone used to say. You'd be called a gay lord, or you'd be go, that's gay. And it wasn't because you was actually homosexual, it was just a cuss, right? It was just like, shut up, that's gay. That was it, right? Now, if people tried saying that in today's world, we actually will still say it now, but I mean, if you say it in today's world, bruv, people are coming for you.
You can lose your job for it.
Yeah, you can lose your job for shit like that.
Yeah, you can.
I suppose we can say because we're in control of our own edits. So we're the type of industry we're in, we don't care. We're very unhinged. But someone that is in a certain type of field would not say that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I was applying for Love Island right now, I would probably have to take this pod down and every other pod where I said that's gay. I would.
Yeah.
I know some people that recently went on to Love Island that I'm close with. They had to delete their whole channel because of some of the conversations they had, and they were not even 10% as bad as the ones we say.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff we say is outrageous, and I wouldn't change it for the world because that is literally how we are. But that program made them delete their channel because of the conversations.
I got it with X as well. They were like, you need to delete this, and he showed me a way you can actually search certain words you've said, and I was like, oh my god,
there's so much
I was looking at, I was just typing in like words that I would have potentially used. I was like, oh my goodness. On Facebook as well, I was worse on Facebook.
Yeah, so was I.
Because that's where before Twitter, I suppose Facebook was the place.
come first,
And my
big, yeah.
statuses, I used to go off on one, and some I used to write was banter, but it was just kind of like
But it was relevant to the time.
Back then it was normal.
It was relevant to the
If someone
time.
read that now, I was just thinking like, if someone clips that now and use it, they could use it against you.
Yeah, they do care now on mainstream. Look, I told you a lot about my background check for the social media. I came back, and they just pied me off for it.
Yeah, but you don't know that.
It was 100% that.
You don't know that.
Everything was sweet. Everything was blessed. Medicals, the mental health
Socials.
examination, and then they were like, "Can we just do a screen on your socials?" Silence.
Yeah, but there's loads of people sitting out in that thingy, by the way, within that process. Like, you never know, bro. I can't imagine you wrote anything that bad.
No, I mean like from the pod.
You mean from the pod?
Oh, from the pod. Maybe.
Definitely.
Like, could be, yeah.
No one from Love Island is such. Not that I'd want to go on Love Island.
Yeah, I reckon there was like a thing that they're scared of backlash because of the things that we say.
Do you know what's crazy? If you actually think about it, and I'm not throwing shade at anyone either, because back in the day, if you went on Love Island, that was literally a lottery ticket. So like the first, I'd say 3-4 seasons, if you went on Love Island and you played your cards right, you could literally change your life forever. So I'm not throwing shade at anyone. But nowadays, I would say us collectively as being well known in the kind of industry, we're probably more well known than most of the people that go on Love Island right now.
Yeah,
I would agree.
I'd agree.
On these episodes, not the beginning, not the OGs.
Yeah.
I mean, people that come off these shows now, we're probably, it's a gay word, but we're probably more clouted than most of them now. And that's what I'm trying to say, how the game has changed.
Yeah.
The game's
longevity.
Yeah, them shows are dead.
They've got a window frame.
You got 6 months, is it? If you don't do something in 6 months after that show, you're finished forever.
They just churn. They come out with a new one, and you've only got a window period.
Yeah, that's it. Them shows are there. We've actually been asked recently, in the last, I think, like 3 or 4 months, to go on used to be one of the biggest TV reality shows on arguably on the planet. Definitely.
Everyone watched.
Especially in England, it was.
I loved it.
UK.
Everyone loved it.
If not, it was.
It still is massive, by the way.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
Didn't even know it was still going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That program, obviously, I'm not going to name it, changed probably culture in the United Kingdom.
In the Southeast.
I'd say in England. It changed the whole culture of the world, of the nation. It did.
Yeah.
The cultural
about.
Yeah.
The cultural impact that program had on everyone, the way they dressed, the way they acted, the clubs they went to, anything they did, that show, and the other one up north, they both changed everything for culture, right? We've been asked to go on that show, and
As a group.
yeah, which is surprising. Off the back of the pod, we declined because you've got to understand we live in a world now where we can't say what we want to say, and these shows will cut and crop everything you say and make you look like something you're not, and it can literally ruin everything about you. It will literally destroy your image. It can literally, and you have no say over it. You sign a piece of paper, you don't get to see the edit before it goes out, and once it's out, it's out. There's no pulling it. There's no take that down. You are binded by a contract, and that is literally your image online for the rest of your life.
Yeah, they control the narrative.
Yeah, that's why I probably, unless I'm in control of it, I'll TV again.
No, don't need to.
Never.
We'll make our own TV, we'll make our own channels and stuff. Like, you don't need to now.
Well, look how I'm not blowing smoke up our own arse, but some of our vlogs are more entertaining than some of these episodes you watch on like Love Island.
But there's a reason for that. It's because what we do is raw. Like it's raw edit. Like it's real. It's like everything you see on there is kind of mimicked to a point, like how they want it to, how to portray it, because they just go with what they believe works. That's why everyone's pushing to YouTube now more than TV. It's because YouTube is still raw, like where everything on TV you see is literally just
unauthentic.
Yeah, exactly. To put it frank, that's exactly it. So
you can't smoke. Like you used to be a time
Can't bully people.
Can't bully people on Love Island. You can't smoke on Love Island.
Can't drink on Love Island.
Everyone was tuffing. When I went on X on the Beach in 2015, they literally load you up with alcohol because they want to see you argue. They want to see you fight. They want to see you scream. When you went on, it's completely different. 10 years later,
they would give us, the big gin glasses.
Yeah.
Or they'll give us you'd get like 2 drinks of that in the evening, and you feel a little bit of something. And that's it. Unless you went on a date, then you would get more drink there.
But that was
I used to get gattered.
See,
I went on a fair few. Mate.
On mine, they literally used to fuel you, like give more.
Yeah,
more.
that was Love Island. That was Geordie Shore, man. But look at Geordie Shore.
Geordie Shore. That
chaos,
was
mate.
probably the best reality show.
I agree. That was my
nothing
favourite.
Nothing touched.
You don't
Geordie
know
Shore.
what the turning point was out of everything when it comes to all of this. I think to some sort of respect.
I know what it is. When people start.
It was when Mike Faddis, is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
When Mike Faddis ended up.
Yeah.
You got to block all of that word out. By the way,
That's where
kind of that.
That's where everything changed.
Rest in peace.
That's where reality
rest in
TV
peace.
completely flipped on its head.
Yeah.
It became such a thing, and I do get it. He got a lot of stick.
Was that his fault, or was that?
I don't think that's a
I don't think
conversation
his
that
fault.
we should even have.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Let's
part
cut
of
that out.
No, you can say that.
No, it's not
You
his
don't have to
fault.
cut it out.
No, I'd cut it.
That's just
yeah.
the online game. Back then, it was a lot more cruel, where nothing was monetized. So I think I get what the industry's trying to do, where they're trying to protect people, not to get hurt, and protect people from.
Yeah, I know, but it's all got too soft. Like, why smoking? Why can't you smoke on TV?
And drink.
Oh, it's after 9 o'clock. That's when the watershed was. Like they said, everything you can swear and stuff after 9 o'clock. Now after 9 o'clock, you can't do anything. You can't.
Do you know what it is? Like with smoking and that. Like I think it might be because if people are looking at these people as
influencers,
and icon or getting like some sort of
No, they're making excuses for weak-minded people. I've never watched someone on TV smoke a cigarette and I'm going to take up smoking tomorrow. That's an excuse for weak-minded people. I'm sorry. I don't smoke. I don't go and buy a pack of 20. On holiday, we might have the odd fag and stuff like that when we drink and stuff.
Yeah, that's different. It's funny, though, isn't it?
But you know what I'm saying? I never wake up and go, right, where's my coffee and my fag this morning? You know, not because, okay, maybe I do. No, I actually don't. Genuinely, I don't smoke, right? You might see me smoke cigars, you might see me smoke cigarettes when I'm on holiday, but I do not have a daily routine of going and buying a pack of fags. And seeing someone on TV smoking a cigarette is not going to make me take up smoking all of a sudden. So what I'm trying to get at is, if you are one of these people that's easily influenced by that, that's on a personal basis. I'm sorry, like,
I agree.
Where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line?
That's the million dollar
So
question,
so now they stop putting muscly people on TV because it's not. They want to have like diversity, so they put like people that are out of shape and stuff. Well, what if I'm now influenced by that fat guy on TV because now, actually he gets girls because he's fat. I might just let myself go. It's not. Where's the line? Where is the line? They stopped putting muscular people on Love Island because it didn't because it was not. What's the word? Inclusive? Or I don't know. Maybe
That is a word.
yeah, because it's not inclusive. I'm like, are you mental? Like, I don't want on TV. I'm sorry, I don't. No, I don't.
It's true, though.
I don't
It's the same with the big models, bruv. Like, they've just changed the games of the rule.
Yeah.
Rules of the game.
Rules of the game, yeah.
Games of the rule.
Games of the rule.
But like, the point I'm trying to
they
get.
did with Olympics.
Well, in the boxing,
Yeah,
that was disgusting, mate.
Just the whole ceremony and like
the
everything.
ceremony.
bruv,
The
The
like-
ceremony's disgusting,
I went to
bro.
the
I've not
boxing.
watched any of it because of that
The
ceremony.
ceremony was mad.
The whole
And the
thing.
Boxing's
Yeah,
fucked.
everything's a bit
against
weird.
women and let them get battered.
Talking about diversity, but it's completely gone left.
And yet you women want, you have the most equal rights in the world. Tell me one right that man has that you don't. No one can tell me one. No one.
There's no women in there.
There's no one. No one.
I'm joking.
No one can comment or come for me and say, "Oh yeah, you guys can do this, but we can't. You can earn more money than us. You can have the same jobs as us, better jobs than us. There's nothing you can do that we can't. It's all made up. Maybe 60, 70 years ago, things were a little bit different, but in today's day and age, that does not exist. There is not one rule for one and one for the other
In the Western world.
in any way, shape, or form. That does not exist. And so, like, I think that what happened in the Olympics was disgusting. Like, I'm sorry, but 9 times out of 10, if you put the average male against an average female, he's kicking out of her. What you say, unless she's a trained professional in some sort of martial arts, if you pull Joe Bloggs off the street and Joe Blogg woman off the street, he will kick 7 bells out
I
of
think
her.
they've done that experiment.
Like, they just will, bruv.
They put a
We're genetically made different, mate.
They put a woman that's like I don't know what belt karate the fuck she did against just some geezer off the road.
Yeah.
And he's like, probably out of her.
That's what I'm saying.
I
man.
think I've seen that.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I
some
think
geezer
I've
off the
seen it
road
somewhere.
against someone, and he battered her.
That's what I'm saying.
In,
Like,
in Romania, they're now doing them boxing matches, one guy versus two girls. He
I've
battered,
seen
he
that.
battered
Yeah.
both of them.
I've seen
like
that.
these women
big
in the
geezer.
Olympics, these young girls are trained, like they are trained professionals, and women versus women, she'll kick 7 bells out of most women. Like, and you've now stripped that away from her by putting some like the geezer was celebrating after he'd won and that as well. I'm like, are you alright, bruv?
But you know,
It's disgusting.
Just
like,
in general,
them
though,
girls
that
have trained their whole lives for that, mate, and they've been taken away because of some women. Oh,
Their
mate.
argument is like they take puberty blockers X, Y, Z, and they should be able to compete. But I just think
Bollocks,
the
mate.
bone density, everything is just completely
Bollocks.
different. And I think that it's not that they shouldn't compete. I think they should compete in their own sector, in their own like.
Yeah, they should have their
in,
own
in,
league.
in their own category. Is what I think personally. I'm not saying they shouldn't. They can, but in their own sector. In their
basically,
own,
the
in their
world
own
has gone to
category.
shit, and the world has gone soft. Like we're living in the most softest era of the universe, and it's damaging society.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Like,
People just want a reason to like pick at something and feel because do you know what it is? You know, like a lot of people would have going on in their lives.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking for a reason to fit in, and because some people have the only way they're going to fit in is by moaning, by complaining about something to feel wanted and a part of something. So it could have zero meaning to them. But for example, it could be something about race, and they don't because they know what's going on. They just want to get involved.
They feel
and
a
put their
part of
2 pence
something.
in.
yeah.
Being a part of
so-
something.
yeah.
A lot of people are lonely as well, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why they go this way.
So true, bro.
brother, just slightly going off tangent. You know, that I've done a recent reel. It won't be recent by the time this goes out. That Western girls one, or Western women.
Yeah, that went
on
viral.
TikTok. It went viral on TikTok, and the comment section's in bits. Just loads of feminists all calling me out, and there is the odd guy on there that's calling me out, like the odd guy. And every time I click on the profile, they all look the same, bro. They all look like soy boys, skinny. Fucking
Simpellini.
simp men, and I'm thinking it's just like so predictable. Every woman's there's no fit girls in there calling me.
Yeah,
out.
I've said this so many times.
There's not one hot girl in the comment section disagreeing with me. Sorry, I can't say this.
Yeah, careful, tame it.
Okay, I should just block that word out. I'm gonna stop going so in, but basically every woman in the comment section is the same caliber of woman,
Yeah.
and the odd male that's commenting is always just a white soy boy simp.
It's true. It's the same guys that say body count don't matter.
Yeah, it's
It's
all
just
yeah.
like, bro, just sort your life out, get a grip.
Do you know what it
That's
is? If a guy says a woman's body don't count out, that's not the problem. The problem is they don't value your opinion when you have yours.
Yeah.
To you it matters, to him it doesn't. Sweet. You want to find someone that's been trained through, do it. If you're happy, no problem.
Yeah.
But then it's like, why is my opinion or my
Yeah.
preference any less valuable than yours? Like everyone just should just have their fucking opinion, and that's
And
that.
get on with it, yeah.
Doesn't matter. Like just
I say
do
that
you,
to
we
people
do,
all the
I do
time.
me. That's
People
it.
just need to live and let live.
If you're over there and you want to get with a bird that's got 50 bodies and I'm over here with 2, and you're living your own separate life except I know about you, then why does that matter?
Yeah.
Why does that matter? Why does everyone need to be like you or think the same as you? What is that going to gain you?
What the problem
Fuck
is,
all.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. The problem is the left, because I would say we're very far right, us boys. Well, not far right, that's the wrong word. I would say we're more right than we are left. If people don't understand politics, it's not going to understand what this means. But right wing, that's what I'm looking for. We're more right wing than we are left. But lefties are always like that. You're not allowed to have an opinion. Like we will say our opinion, and it might sound very like outrageous and like outlandish, and that'll be at the end of it. And someone will tell us their opinion, and we'll go, "Oh, whatever, that's your opinion." They can't accept that. They can never accept that. The left can never accept that. Your opinion's wrong no matter what. You can't have your own opinion, and it's their way or the highway. That has always been like the kind of left kind
That's
of.
basically communism.
Well, the left are kind of communism.
Do you know what I mean? That is basically communism.
Well, that is the
It's
left.
us, that's it.
That is
Yeah.
the left.
That
The
is.
left is communist. Anyway, we shouldn't get into politics.
Yeah, for real.
Well, we should get into politics, but maybe not at this stage of the pod.
But yeah, boys and girls, please know that gentle bullying amongst friends is
Necessary.
Is necessary. Like, let kids take the piss out of each other. Like I say, not to the extreme, reducing someone to tears and all that sort of rubbish. And actual, like Merck said, bullying with intent as to like a group of people picking on one person. Live and let live, man. Live like kids are not born racist. They're not born opinionated. They're not born judgmental. They are only forming those opinions from the people that are around them, like they're adults. Don't get it wrong, get some dickhead little kids.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like they're not. But no one's really, all right. There are a few exceptions to the rule, but most people, you're born innocent. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Parents are the people that corrupt the innocence.
without a shadow of a doubt.
I say some people. It's a very outrageous thing to say, but some people shouldn't be allowed to have kids.
Yeah, I agree.
Who did the thingy say it?
That's Stephen Keane.
Was it?
Stephen Keane said it on pod.
Yeah.
I couldn't
No,
believe
who
it.
was,
people shouldn't be allowed
who was
to-
the guy? The person wasn't allowed to name their name, said that you need to do an IQ test before you have one. Do you remember that?
I think people should have to do an IQ test before you vote.
I
not
do
getting into that.
sort of agree with that, but
Yeah.
I feel like
idiots are allowed to vote.
Oh
It's
my
absolutely
God, bruv.
unbelievable. Voting and having kids, and some people are allowed to do it. And then, but you look at their life choices, and like, how are you allowed to have kids?
know, it's
How?
crazy.
But then it's communist to say that you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
you know what
right.
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's right.
It's-
But then I know people that actually can't have kids and are like the most beautiful people in the world
know.
and be the best parents ever.
That's
they
just
look to
life,
adopt
though.
and stuff, which is
That's just cruel life.
That's
though,
just
man.
life.
Yeah, that's just life,
It's
you know.
horrible, but it's life.
we need
know.
the population as well. We need people. Like population is a bit of a decline at the
yeah, we're at a
moment.
massive underpopulated.
Yeah, we're on population decline.
Yeah, so
massive.
we can't go around telling people you can't have kids.
You know, the biggest where
Japan.
Where no, that's what I was going to. But
They're
yeah,
put
so I
up-
know what
they're
you're trying
put
to say
there
there.
as well.
But the big, I think it's the second or third biggest risk to human extinction is underpopulation.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we're on the brink of the population collapse because Japan have a very, very, very old generation.
Yeah, they. I
Most
think
of
it's
the-
something like over 60% of Japan's population is over 75 years old.
Yeah.
That's
So what?
fucked.
So
That's
what
fucked.
happens is in the
How
next
mad is
Yeah, I
that?
see
in the
that.
next 10 to 20 years when they all fall
You've
off,
got no one to work.
there's no one. There's not
Yeah.
so much work. The whole economy crashes because
Yeah.
you don't have anyone replenishing the system where they're going out buying stuff and like that. So 60% of your population falls off a cliff
Yeah.
overnight, and people aren't having kids.
Oh my god! I saw a video yesterday. How about this? Wait, did you know this? Yeah.
Wait. That's not just racist. That's also stupid. That's like because it's China.
No, I just wanted to be racist.
Can we be racist? Can we be that racist?
No, I don't know, bro.
Why is that racist?
Holding his head.
That's not racist. They're the ones that make them.
It's not. Again, you're now being racist. No. You have to just
I see a video of in the Chinese factory when they're
say,
making.
you know, China and Japan are two different.
No. But I'm just saying, this was a Chinese factory, not a Japanese one. When they're making the vapes, and every single vape is mouth tested by the people that are in there.
Banging.
And the geezer's in there, and this geezer, they reckon he's smoking trying 10,000 vapes.
You'd love it.
And,
He's getting a job there.
he's getting packs. You know the pack like you bought. He got paid. He's going.
How's he doing that? Not getting.
I've not seen that, bro. The ones I've seen, they have a machine that just does
Have
that.
you
I've got a
seen?
video. I'll show you, bro.
Have
I'll
you
show
seen
you.
that video of the massive vote
Yeah.
that guy's holding it? Like, Mace has left to go to China.
How is he not getting like?
I don't know, mate.
Nicotine out.
I really don't know.
I don't know what we're gonna do about that part. I'm totally honest.
We'll
Just
just
have
have
to,
to-
they'll have to be like, beep, 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 beep,
No, 'cause
beep,
people
beep,
get, all of these lot get pissed off. They're going, you need to stop cutting stuff out. It's
Not-
not,
We're not
listen,
cutting a story out.
we wouldn't cut it out, but YouTube will literally censor our ass, and we might get
I thought we
strikes
might
against
have
us.
to.
Yeah.
We would love to say it,
They'll
but
come for me otherwise.
that's the
Can't
problem.
have that.
Again, this whole pod is basically what we're trying to talk now. We can't be ourselves to the 100% max because the world won't allow casual fun. Like, we're not even being racist, we're just joking around with each other.
Right, boys. What sort of gentle bullying growing up helped build your character?
People used to say I had the fattest arse in the world. Or,
You did. You used to
still
waddle
do.
up.
I still haven't, no, but back in the day, but my arse was huge, bruv. Because I was fat.
Yeah, quite stumpy, innit?
Yeah. Still pull things though, innit?
Yeah. Fair play to you.
Fair play to you.
Yeah, fair play.
You jumped, that did. God, I was going to get whacked.
I thought he was going to come for down shit. I felt it.
Yeah, last night. Fucking hell. What time did we roll in last night? Bear in mind, it's Monday today.
Me and Matt got in at 3 a.m.
Yeah, had a flat tire at 2 a.m.
Oh, shit, yeah.
So
Like that until you put the video up. I forgot we had a flat tire.
stopped about 4 times.
Yeah, like,
How
left my
many times
memory
did you pump it up after you dropped me home?
twice.
Yeah, no,
Three-
I'm
two or
not
three
too bad.
times.
Oh my
But when you're
God.
pumping up, it's like, psh, you
That's
can hear
so,
it.
so bad. You should have seen me this morning when I was I put the pump on it and I was under the car like that trying to find it. It was about the gash like that long.
No way.
Bruv, it was so. How it didn't pop.
We're
innit,
lucky
bruv?
it didn't
We're
blow
lucky
up
it
on the
didn't burst,
motorway.
bruv.
I'm
So
so glad
lucky
I
it
didn't
didn't
come
burst,
with you
bruv.
now.
The gash like that all the way on the inside of the rim, bruv.
Imagine you dropped him home first.
That's like, what did I? Well, I mean, I can't even point at him.
Wouldn't have got home.
Yeah, and there's someone behind the
It's
camera.
like, I go to him. Imagine Mason was like to drop me home and it burst out.
It wouldn't have, we would not have made it back.
No, we wouldn't
We'd
have
have to
made
keep
it.
stopping
We
the
just about
motorway.
made it
I
home,
had to stay
bruv.
at mine.
I gaffer tape, mate, and I was gaffer taping it up because
What,
I had,
rubber?
this morning on the tyre because
That's
I had
so
to get it
funny.
from there garage. We weren't going to make it.
That's the most EDL thing I've ever heard you say.
Yeah,
Gaffer
and
tape
it-
the tyre.
It weren't even black gaffer tape. It was white, see-through gaffer tape. It was like, give
He's
me
like,
that
no
shit.
kids are born racist. Yeah, what happened to you then, son?
I was surrounded by you lot.
You lot.
See?
You lot.
See? You saw it there,
You lot, it comes out of him.
He comes out, he can't help himself.
Man, I got all sorts, man. I used to get bullied by Yo's older brother. I used to get bullied by my older brothers. Everything, bruv.
See, I grew up a little bit sensitive because I grew up around women. But don't get me wrong, in school it was like different game, like with all your boys.
Our school was
It
ruthless,
was crazy. Like everyone was just mental. But call each other the names, mate. Like
To be fair, our own group is ruthless.
We were so racist.
mate, I'm racist now with one of my boys to each other.
We're racist to each other all the time.
Yeah.
We are very
Proper
racist
bad.
to each other.
No, but me and my boy, because I'm obviously on paper Muslim and he's Jewish, and the shit we say to each other, people, if they heard it, they were like, what the f? But we just crease at it.
Yeah,
no,
you got to
that
laugh
goes
at it,
in.
man.
I've known him since, how old was he? Like, quite young, like 17, 16. Say to each other, you were like, boys, like, you can't say
You
that.
have to, bruv.
We go in at each other, bruv.
But that's the whole
But I
point of
wouldn't
it.
change it for the world. That's our relationship.
Yeah.
Like, there's a, like,
Girls don't get it, though. Girls don't have any sense of humour.
Oh, where was we? And me
girls
and
don't have any sense of humour.
Mason's gonna get a t-shirt. We was in Wiki Wood's pool, me and you.
Yeah.
And we was bickering back and forth, and them girls went, "No, it's fine.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to argue about it." I was like,
No.
we're not. What was we even talking about?
I don't know. I think we was
Oh yeah, we I was going shit, and he's going, "No, you are," and it just goes, "No, it's fine. You don't have to argue about it. It's fine." I was like, this is us-
you don't get involved.
Don't get involved.
You do as you're told and
Yeah,
nothing
you
else.
go in the kitchen and make some sandwiches.
Yeah, you actually did say that. You actually did say that. You actually did. They just looked at each other like.
Honestly, Yosef Hassan does not need a tea charge against his name. I'm joking. I love all women. You should make sandwiches. Oh, right. Should we?
Yeah.
What about you, Mark? Have you ever been bullied?
No, you know what though? I posted a photo once and like some guy proper went in on me about my hairline.
Was it him?
No, it wasn't him, bro.
Hairline.
Yeah, bro. I remember like some geezer was like, that hairline is fucked. And it was like a random guy just posted it and I looked at it and I was like, yeah, you're right. And I just changed my life.
How about that cheap come at me in the DMs? Can't.
So it looked like a dropped lollipop on the floor.
You look bald, bruv. You look like drop lollipop. Love it. All love though. Love the pod. I was like, it's because I am bald, you cheeky.
You're also saying a C word, bruv.
All right.
Shout out us for swearing at me. You swear the most.
Love the pod though, mate.
I love the pod though, mate.
I mean,
Backhanded
all love.
compliment.
So funny.
So like mental, bruv.
But then that's like,
Gentle,
that's exactly what we were just talking
Yeah,
about.
banter,
innit?
innit?
Like,
She's got to laugh about it. And what?
It was funny to be
He
fair.
doesn't know you though, so it's kind of different.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you wouldn't-
Even at that, we
you
still laugh at it though.
It was funny, yeah. Like,
Like we
Well,
found
if
that
it was in person. We found it funny. If
Oh,
that was
yeah.
in person, that you get.
you would get
probably
smacked in the
get
mouth.
smacked.
Yeah.
Who do you think can take the least banter in this group?
Mason.
Probably Mason.
I think it's Mason too.
What?
What do you mean?
That's shit, boys.
We've got his 3 votes. Who do you think it is?
Okay, let's ask the guy behind the camera. Who do you think?
He hasn't seen it, so you can't. I'm sorry, but your opinion is invalid.
Why?
See, look, he's not taking it well now.
No, not at all,
What,
boys.
so, right,
Like,
let's give him a
I don't
look.
even.
Wait,
I
one
don't
sec.
even. Hang on, no. Because
I'm
when
gonna
I
give
get
you an
bantered,
opportunity.
I actually take it and laugh. You two get on your high horse. about it.
Actually,
You-
wait. I don't take it too well.
Straight on the defensive.
Oh, Yo
like
can't
I
take
don't
it.
even
No,
defend
no,
it.
no. There's
He'll
a
take it,
difference.
but he gives it
No,
back.
one sec. There's a difference, yeah. I don't think you could take it, yeah. But I think what am I saying? You get offended and get like annoyed the most. He can give it, but can't take it.
Yeah.
Even Dan, me and Dan were talking about this.
Oh, don't-
me and Dan were talking about
Yeah.
it. He was like, "Yo can give it, but he can't take it." You accept
Dan
it as
can't
well.
take it.
I
Dan
can
can't
take
take
all
it.
the banter in the boys.
You
You
can
banter
take
me
it.
all the time,
But
boys.
sometimes I see your face drop and I Chris, I'm like, hey, you don't like that one. He didn't like that one. And I just sit there smirking going, do I do it again? Then I'll say it again and then I'll grab you like,
I can't believe Dan can't.
You can't say anything to Dan.
Dan has got the least threshold of banter ever. You
I
say
didn't say he did. I'm just saying what he said about you, so say something about him.
he's a hypocrite.
I tell you,
You're a fucking hypocrite, Dan.
shout out the defensive.
No, he can't though. He can't.
You can't take criticism.
I can.
You can't.
I've been criticised my whole life on my dad, mate. I can, trust me. No one's criticised me like that, man. Wait, you're in it.
What have you been bullied for growing up?
Being short.
Really?
No,
Bad.
no.
You're not even that short.
Never.
Like, you're
After
not
a
even
certain
short.
None of
point,
the groups
maybe.
ever really called you short.
I think that
recently,
was maybe
no.
like more out from after high school. Everyone in my school was very tall, so I always noticed that I wasn't the tallest.
I was
if
got
that
called
makes
Bart
sense.
Simpson growing up, bro.
No one bullied me for it, but I noticed that I
whole life,
wasn't.
bro. That's what I got called. Bart
We're
Simpson.
more like Homer Simpson.
My dad bullied me for being small and short, bro.
All right, Barney.
You know that?
I can't unsee it. Know that.
I
Barney.
can't see it.
Barney.
What, Barney the dinosaur?
Yeah. We ever go to a fancy dress party, you're going as Barney.
Oh, I'm game, bro. Get the suit.
So you don't need it. Just paint your purple, boy.
Fuck's sake.
Were you just happy, Dad? Sorry, bruv.
I'm saying my dad actually cussed me out for being small once.
And your dad's short as well, no?
Yeah, I know, mad. That's crazy when deep
dad's
it.
never cussed
I remember
me
we
out.
went to this hotel.
Not even my dad's ever
we
cussed
went
me
to
out.
this. We went to this hotel.
Same.
We went to this hotel and there was something wrong with the booking, and the person at the reception was speaking to her manager and going, "Oh, there's these kids here. They're about 8 or 9. I think me and my sister were about 10 or 11. We were very small growing up. Like at every age, they thought we was a lot younger. And he was like, "Look at you lot. They think you're 8 and 9. Like you should eat more. What's wrong with you two?" Like I was just like, "I'm sorry, I don't like eating. I'm sorry."
That's so funny.
Right, boys.
Bullying's good. Bring it
If
out,
you haven't
mate.
yet, join therightside.com. We are live now. We are up, ready, rock and rolling. Boys are in the courses. There's already boys in there that don't know each other that are already now meeting one another and creating bonds and creating new friends.
So cool to see, man.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just awesome, bruv. So join therightside.com, boys. That's all I'm going to say on it.
Cool. Right. Dublin next week. Is it? It is next
It,
week.
is
weekend,
next
yeah.
week. It won't be in.
It's
It won't be in time with this, but yeah,
Oh,
we-
yeah.
Week after.
No,
Yeah.
next week.
Right, don't
Yes.
shout at me.
So you can't take
Can't
it, can
take
you?
it, yeah.
Well, we haven't already, boys. Like, subscribe,
Leave a comment in the comment section.
and we'll see you in the next.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.